Hey Option Addicts, it's part two of my watch list series here. I'm just going to talk about other various setups, including support bounces, breakouts, and stocks I'm waiting for breakouts on. I got a ton of stuff that's bouncing off support today. As you can see, MLM, what a great bounce. Just wanted to point out the fact that it's screaming higher. This has been a great trade so far. If you got a great horse like this, don't keep it in the stables. This also is a good opportunity to talk about a similar ticker symbol, which is MSM. And I had the opportunity to talk with a couple different readers about this stock, and the fact that even though maybe the timing wasn't right, the stock had really never given any reason to exit the trade. And as I draw some lines here, if you get into a trade, and I think this has to go with the whole patience theme, if the stock doesn't go against you, meaning it's even though it's not really going up, it's not really going down, you have to make sure you have patience. As far as lower lows are concerned, the stock really never made that. Came down to support, bounced off that nicely, and here we are sitting at another 52-week high as of today. So just try to do your best to make sure that you're patient with trades that you take and give them time. On the list, I'm going to go through OSK, and simply put, if you draw an upward trending support line here, stock's starting to bounce off that and rally higher. So OSK is something I've got on my list for this week. Also, FCX, another entry point if you missed the first. Here we're starting to bounce and starting to work our way towards the next higher high. So have FCX on your radar. Also WSO, same thing. If I were going to draw a support line here, even just recently we're starting to bounce up off of that. So looks good. Also CY. Forgive me if my lines aren't exactly correct, but Cypress Semiconductor. Another good dip to buy in this upward trend. Also, Joann Stores, ticker symbol JAS. This one you might even be able to draw more at a horizontal level. 29 is starting to bounce higher. Higher highs, higher lows, great stock. PRXL. Same thing. I'm sure you guys know the theme, looking for support bounces. I think there we've got a pretty good one in this stock. NSH. Same thing. You might even be able to take like a moving average and draw it around this. But yeah, buy the dip. It's turning higher again today. Looking good. FARO. Same thing. Another dip in an upward trending stock. TK, and this goes for all the shipbuilder stocks, water transportation that's been on fire. We've got a lot of great entry signals in some of these stocks like TK, DRYS, etc., etc. Going next to dollar, this was on the MarketCast watch list for this week. Buy the dip in the uptrend, watch for the new 52-week high. So dollar, keep that on your radar. FLIR, same thing, support bounce. Juniper, JNPR. This one didn't have much of a much of a pullback, but off of a trend line here, I still think it's a low risk entry point for a stock that's just gradually moving higher. 10, 20 cents a day, it just keeps on moving. Schnitzer, SCHN, same thing, good looking dip. That also goes for stocks like US Steel, a couple others there. Good entry points into steel right now also. Seems like there's actually good entry points into everything at the moment. AMG, affiliated managers, another MarketCast watch list stock. Buy the bounce, there it is. Ceradyne, CRDN, again, boom. F5. Yeah, this one is kind of like more of a horizontal level in my opinion, but here we are close to resistance at 80. We're just sitting right on top of it, so maybe you wait for the breakout too. This can be one of the breakout trades. Watch for a breakout on this one. And Granite also just yesterday looked like a better entry point, but it just keeps getting higher and higher. You know what happens when they keep getting higher? You just keep buying more. All right, so breakouts. Decker's Outdoor was something that I was watching yesterday. It was another MarketCast watch list stock. Boom, it's still running. Not a whole lot, but it's still running. Lufkin, LUFK. Here we go. The breakout yesterday. Good breakout. Stock continues to run. Have it on your radar. LRW. Labor ready. Snapped out of that. A little overextended now, as a matter of fact. So I might I might actually be cautious about this one. Stocks that I'm waiting for a breakout on, Guitar Center. And if you look at this longer term, let's say like on a 2-year chart, you can see some support here. You can see definitely a lot of resistance going on. I'm not really going to call this an ascending triangle. I'm just going to say that, hey, I've got some resistance up here, looking for the stock to break above that and start working towards some of these prior highs from way back when. So, whoops, keep that on your radar. All right, back to the 1-year chart. And Nike pegged at resistance, likely to hover there for a while, but wait for a break above about 54, 55. When that happens, there might be a pretty good trade here in Nike. Autodesk, ADSK. Struggling here. Yeah, something like that. Getting right up here towards a breakout today. 45 was the resistance level. Today we're above that. And not a ton of volume, so if you decide to take that trade, treat it the same way. I think your risk here is 45. If it goes below that, you're going to want to get out of the trade, but stock's screaming higher, so that's a definite sign. Also on the bearish watch list was Bright Family. Damn, BFAM. Here we go. And look at this support level. It's been pretty strong. A lot of buyers here at about 36.5 or so. I'm way early on this, but I'm putting it on my radar because when it breaks 36.5, that's where I'm going to enter some puts. I'm not going to buy it up here and anticipate the drop. I'm going to wait for that signal. So that's on my list. Also, Cymer. Similar trade here. The magic number is about 40. And as soon as that stock breaks below about 40, 39.5, that's going to be my entry signal on some puts. Next, HNI. That was from last week's watch list. Looking for the stock to turn down from 44, and it's up again today. It's just not really wanting to go down, so wait for that. Wait for a couple days of downward movement, wait for the volume to start to shift, and I think that'll be a good trading signal to get in. Other than that, like I said, I'm pretty heavy on the bull side today. I don't got a whole lot of bearish picks, so do your worst. Throw some things out there. We're all in search of some diversification, so if you got some bearish ideas, we need them. Anyway, so that concludes my list for this week. I'm going back to go answer the thousands of emails I got sitting in the inbox. If you sent me an email and I haven't responded, don't take it personally. For those of you listening on YouTube or wherever, you can visit my website at www.optionaddict.com. Come down there, say hello, get into some good trades, and let's all make some money. Anyway, guys, have a good week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.